I have this dress that I got at the thrift store for, I don't know, $5, $6. It's made for somebody half my age and half my size, but I saw potential in this amazing mermaid bottom of the dress for a skirt. So I'm hoping for a little instant gratification and something that can make this day not suck quite as bad as it does right now. So come along for the ride, let's see what happens. Alright, I am rocking a pair of COVID jammies, and I've got a band-aid covering my leopard spots, and so we're just going to do this thing. I'm going to take off a hanger. I might want a hanger later. Okay, we're going to put this skirt on the ironing board. And then we're going to get destructive. Alright. I got one of these little jobbies. My mom used to use these. It's a... Don't ask me what these things are called, I don't know. You use this little thingy to decide where you want the measuring thing to be, and then you can measure, and this will help you keep everything even. So, in the interest of trying to keep everything even, we're going to cut a 3-inch mark all the way around. We are, really we are. Okay, so I'm right-handed. So we're just going to keep going around. And I'm going to keep aiming at that 3-inch mark. There's a good bit of layer stuff happening in there. Ugh. Alright, whatever. There's all kinds of, there's an underskirt and some tulle and all kinds of stuff. Oh, hello, cocoa butter. This is the same dog, who's now being perfectly quiet, who whined every time I turned on the camera earlier today. And the neighbor dog barked for 2 hours straight this morning, all while I was trying to record a little bit of video for another project. So if you come across a video on my channel that has a beagle barking in the background, yeah. Oh, and like for the last several weeks, there's been construction on the road out in front of the house, all around the block, over the whole neighborhood. And even when they got done with the road part right in front of our house, then they, moved on to another place, and the Mack trucks would just come back by here, beeping backwards. They would back by my house because, you can't go forward for some odd reason. So, hey, check this out. Now we've got a little bit of witchy tulle, which might show up on the underside of the skirt too. Pardon me. Later. Alligator. Okay. I'm going to go around and top stitch this. Just give it a little zigzag so that it doesn't unravel. And then maybe we'll decide if it looks like it needs a zipper. I think it's going to need a zipper because, this was originally the mermaid skirt for a teensy tiny little girl. Okay, so this is half a pencil skirt. No, this is half of a circle skirt. It's, yeah, half a circle skirt. Okay, I think it would be a shame to waste this underskirt business, so let's go ahead and do the same thing with that and go ahead and cut that off. I would like it to be right here. That was scientific. What I want to know is if I would just hem this little skirt and take it to a thrift store, if somebody would actually buy that now that it's like a micro mini dress. That sounds judgmental. Oops. Okay, so let's see what happens here next. This needs to go into the underside of the first skirt. There's an old school trick for anytime you don't have a measuring tape around that you might need it. And here's what you do. You hold one end at your nose and extend your arm, and right there, that is going to be 1 yard. So that's a very useful way to just measure anywhere you are using your body as a measuring tape. Well, I do have precisely 4 yards of ribbon. So I need to think about that a little more, because I would like, if I'm going to start that, I would like to do this and the bottom hem. And I'm not 100% sure that I have all that I would want to make that work. So let's go ahead and get this part done. Now the big question is, can I get this on, or do I need as it is, or do I need to make a place for a zipper? Because if I can slide this on, then I won't worry about doing a zipper yet. Okay, so let's try it on. The best news of the day so far is that I can slip it on without needing a zipper. It does go over my hips, so hallelujah. All right, I am going to proceed to sew down the waistband, and I think I will add some elastic to the back, but not to the front. I don't want any bulk on the front. Okay, it took me a few minutes to figure out what it was that I really wanted to do on this project. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sew, I found these in my stash. I've got a ribbon that's probably 1.25 inches wide, stripes, okay? So I'm just going to sew these two pieces together, and they're fused on the end, which I think is great, so no worries about it raveling. And one less thing I had to do. Okay, so I'm going to sew, and then back stitch, sew, and then I think we're done. Okay, I have just sewed the ribbon into the seam so that I can use this as a belt and tie it in the back or the front, depending on however it comes together. What I'm going to do is see if I can is pretty tough, which leads me to think that it might be more fun to sew this with a needle and of the sewing machine. Yep. That's one thing I really hate, and that is fighting with fabric that doesn't want to be sewn. I usually just like to take it at its word. It doesn't want to be sewn, so why sew it by hand? So here we go, kids. This is a little tricky, but we're going to try it. Well, a while back I bought this polka dotted tulle, and I think now is the time to experiment with adding it to the tulle underneath the skirt of this thing. Come on now. And just see what it looks like. It's cool, isn't it? The skirt has this, and it does not show. But if I were to add just a little bit of that to this edge, it would show. And what I add, question is, would I add doubled over tulle, or would I add one layer of tulle? I think we're going to do doubled over tulle. How's that sound? Doubled over tulle it is. So, the skirt is getting funner and funner. How's that for an English word? I murdered a mermaid for this? I think it's very much worth it. Mermaid, no homicide. All right, let's get Dottie. What do you think? Let's see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, let's test it. See if we're sewed down all the way around, both sides. Gosh, it doesn't show. How disappointing. Alright, guess what? We're doing it again. Well, no, this stuff will be itchy, right? Does it show or doesn't it show? 10 yards. Okay. In that case, I think I'm going to come back through and add another layer. I'm just going to add another piece. Am I? What do you think, Coco? Should I add another piece? I don't know what to do. I want it to show. Well, friends, I murdered a mermaid dress just for the skirt, and I am so not sorry. For a while there, I wasn't sure about the reality that the polka dots on the tulle just really don't show that much, but I've worn it around for a little while around here, and it turns out I'm really happy with that anyway. What I can do, and what I probably will do, is take a piece of jewelry and just pin the skirt up a little bit so that they do show at least a little bit in the front. That'll be fun. That'll be a really fun little aspect of the skirt, a little peekaboo. And so I found that it's a really fun skirt to wear. I think it suits me, it suits my style very nicely, at least the way I understand my style at the moment. So I am really glad I murdered that mermaid dress. I would do it again in a heartbeat if I found another one at a thrift store. And yeah, I'm really happy with it. I was having a really, really rough day when I decided to just go after that mermaid dress. And the fact that it did turn out pretty well has given me a boost, and I'm really glad for that. I often say that I do things like sewing and weaving and anything involving color, that I do that for my mental health, and I'm not kidding. There are times when sometimes things are going badly around me and I need something tactile, something that I can change, something that I can do, because so much of what frustrates me and annoys me are things that are completely beyond my control anyway. So it's good to have some aspects, even if it's just this little room up here where the cloth is colorful and the iron is hot. Even if it's just this little room up here where I can make a difference, I can get a result that I'm happy with. So yeah, pretty happy with that. I'm going to include this video in my Pink Week series because I wore it with those great snag tights, and that kind of rocked. Well, friends, this video has been a part of Pink Week here on the channel. One video every day, each one featuring something pink that is either upcycled or made from scratch entirely by me. So there are hats, shoes, a blazer that I upcycled, and a skirt that I upcycled with some cloth that I wove, and a handbag and even some earrings. So check out the Pink playlist so that you don't miss a single thing. It's amazing how with just a few simple tools and a few little things here and there that you can really make a big difference in how something looks and make it an expression of who you are in the world. And I think that's really cool. I have had enough of conformity and I am ready to let my individuality shine. I was made in the image of God. There's something about God and something divine that's a part of me, and I want to celebrate that rather than hide it. And so I am working on it. I am growing. I am learning to be comfortable in my skin, and I am not above dressing up to go to the grocery store wearing things that I've thrifted and upcycled and created from scratch and all of that. I am learning how to be more authentically me, and I invite you to that journey. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.